What is the rationale behind the recent investment of Motilal Oswal, and also why has it remained a smaller position in the portfolio? The question is from Mr. Jalpesh.
So, many a times, the we'll just take a 10-second break. So, we have discussed asset management companies in a financial opportunities forum video. Uh, we have broadly touched upon. So, there was a talk that I did on Road to Zero, which talked about this uh, thing of discount brokers coming in and the brokerage rates crashing, uh, movement towards passive funds and asset management fees being under pressure and those kind of things. Uh, at the same time, these are fee based businesses where you don't have to put up factories, etc., to earn profits, and operating leverage is high when volumes go up and things like that. So, Motilal Oswal as an investment, as a company, has positives and has negatives. So, negatives are well known in terms of discount brokers coming in, people like Zerodha and Upstock and kind of things, uh, the passive funds coming in, all of that. Positives are also there. So, they have roughly 50,000 crores of assets under management. Most of them are equity assets, and not just equity assets, a lot of them are PMS assets where the fees are higher and where they also get profit shares. They have private equity funds, and they are getting into real estate funds and things like that. So, the yield on their asset management piece is very, very high. That is number one. Number two, the disintermediation and the discount brokerage piece that has happened with the likes of Zerodha and with 5paisa and all the discount brokers. Whoever had to shift there has shifted already. Institutional brokerage, people still rely on brokers like Motilal Oswal or Kotak Mahindra or IDFC and all these kind of institutional brokers to do block trades or to provide research and things like that. So, that piece will remain, that is not affected as such by discount brokers. And even among retail clientele, there are people who want to avail services of a full service broker. Whatever pricing fall had to happen has largely happened in my view. The other thing is that this brutal move of disintermediation and of discount brokers has resulted in a lot of consolidation of the brokerage uh, industry. So, what has happened is a lot of brokers who had direct membership of BSE and NSE have chosen to give up those memberships and become franchises of these large brokerages, one of them being Motilal Oswal. So, broadly they benefit from all these trends, and valuations are reasonably attractive. Uh, I do recognize that some of the profits that they are generating currently uh, are at cyclical highs, arguably, and they could come down were the markets to go in a downturn, or were there to be some pressure on that front. But just as a data point, uh, 2017, 2018 stock price was somewhere around 1600, that is 800, 900 where we entered. So, it is not a large position, so do not want to spend too much time talking about it. It is just a small position we have built, and we will see how it goes. So, again, the founder led company where the founders own 70%. A lot of key employees have stuck around. So, Naveen Agarwal, Rajat Rajgaria, all these people have stuck around for long, and they also own a significant equity stakes in the company. Yeah, so, at a time when a lot of AMCs are getting listed, so Aditya Birla Capital got fund got listed, Nippon, HDFC, UTI are already listed. So, when one looks at the overall piece, these guys are largely equity led, high yield on equity assets, survivors of the brokerage shakeout. Also, one strange thing that I find about the entire asset management industry per se is that every asset management company talks about equity investing, but if you look at their own balance sheets, most of their money is in debt funds and liquid funds. Now, whereas PPFS tries to put most of their money in the flexicap fund or in equity assets, and a smaller portion is in debt and liquid. Motilal also largely does that. They largely use their balance sheet quite effectively in terms of deployment in equity assets, which generates a higher return. Yeah, cyclical downturn will affect them, and one has to be cognizant of the risk also. And their I don't have very strong views on their housing finance foray in terms of how successful that will be. There was some pressure some time back in terms of increased NPLs and all. We'll see how it goes. Broadly, the minority shareholder interest and the interest of the founders is aligned in the sense that they are working on enhancing shareholder value. And in terms of signaling, they had a buyback at around 650, so that also indicates something where they see as very attractively valued to do a buyback. So 650 would be low downside. Sure.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.